So just take a look at the difference between these two animations in PowerPoint. In the first one, the object just jumps from one page to another. In the next one, it gradually morphs between the two, changing size and changing colour. That's called Morph. It's a transition built into PowerPoint that animates the difference between two slides. Once you understand how it works, you'll be using it all the time. Here's how to do it. Okay, so I'm in PowerPoint. I'm just going to add a simple shape. So I'm going to go to Shapes, and let's start with a circle, and I'll draw my circle down here like so. Now with the object on that slide like so, I'm going to right click on my slide on the left hand side and click Duplicate Slide, which gives me a copy of everything. So I'm going to drag this object up here. Let's make it slightly bigger, and let's change its colour. What I'm then going to do is select both slides. So click that slide, hold down Control, select the other slide. Then I'm looking on the top here for transitions. Click on transition, and then I'm looking for Morph, which is the first one there. Click on Morph, and I'll do that for me and give me a demonstration of how that will look. And that's it. PowerPoint has looked at slide 1, looked at slide 2, identified it's the same object on both slides, and then created a smooth transition between how it looks in slide 1 and how it looks in slide 2. That's all Morph does. So I've done a shape, but it also can be used on other things as well. So for example, I've got some text here. I'm going to duplicate that slide. Let's move this up and shrink it down, and maybe add some text on there. Again, let's select those two, transitions and Morph, and you can see that it's going to shrink the text up and out the way, and then the other text is going to pop on the screen. So quite nice if you wanted to take a heading and then push that up and out the way to reveal the content of the slide instead. You can do it with images as well. So on this slide I've put 3 images. I've duplicated that slide, I've made the cow bigger, then I duplicated that slide, made the cow back to normal size and made the sheep bigger. Then on the next slide I've shrunk the sheep and put the alpaca bigger, and then on the final slide they're back to normal size again. So if I select all of those and again go to transition and Morph, if I run that slideshow from the current slide, I'll click and the cow will get bigger, click it again, he'll shrink, and the sheep will get bigger, click it again, and the alpaca will get bigger, and then click it again, and they'll all shrink down. Now if you want to make them more faster or slower, if you click on your slide that you want to change, on the transitions tab up over here you can change the duration. That's how long the animation takes to go from start to finish. So you can increase that or decrease that. It's currently set to 2 seconds. It's on mouse click for the minute. You can make it after a particular time as well, should you wish. So there's lots of ways you can use Morph. You can morph text, you can morph shapes, and you can morph images. There's loads of ways that those can be used. I'm not overwhelming with options at the moment. Go away and have a play and see what you think. One more trick I want to show you before we finish. Now by default, Morph only animates between objects it recognises as being the same object. So if you draw a shape, duplicate the slide, it recognises that object as being the same thing. But if you've got an object on one slide that you want to morph into another object on another slide, there's a little trick you need to do to make that work. I'll show you what I mean. I've got a blue circle on this page and a red square on this page. If I try and transition between them, run the show, it just flicks, disappears, and the other one appears. That's not a true morph. We don't want that to happen. So here's how you're going to fix it. First thing to do is at the home page, click on Home, click on Arrange, and click on Selection Pane. That lets you check the names of the objects on each page, and also you can edit the names as well. It's a little trick we need to do. I'm going to click on my circle here, and I'm going to rename it exclamation mark shape 1. And that double exclamation mark is what lets PowerPoint know it's part of the same morph group. I'm going to call that exclamation mark shape 1. I'm going to go to this page, click on my square, and I'm going to do the same thing. Call that exclamation mark shape 1. You can put anything after that, so it could be double exclamation mark circle 1 circle 1. If I then click on these two now, transitions and Morph, go to slideshow, run it from the current slide, when I click it, it should morph from a blue circle to a red square going through some shades of colours, like so. So that's a little trick. Without those exclamation marks and the name, PowerPoint doesn't know to morph that object into another object. Importantly, you need to make sure the names match on both objects, and capital letters matter, so you have to make sure the capitalization is exactly the same on the two shapes that you wish to blend into each other. Also, if you try and do this with charts, it's not going to work. You can get a crossfade rather than a morph. Morph doesn't animate chart data in that way, so it's a little bit limited. It treats charts as images. And also, to get Morph to work, you're going to need PowerPoint 2019 up or Office 365. It will not be available in older versions of PowerPoint. It's also not available in Google Slides as well. So duplicate a slide, add the morph transition. It'll morph seamlessly between one to the other. It looks impressive, but it's really simple to do. Go and have a play, see what you think. Hope you found this video useful. I'll be back with some more videos soon for PowerPoint and more. Do check out the Microsoft Office section of this channel. There's lots of videos on there you might find useful. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.